Hey everybody, welcome back to the farm. This is Lisa, and it's been a week. We've had a week of challenges. I don't want to say bad because the reality of it is it could always be worse. So just challenging. So let me take you along and show you what's been going on. So the chickens are not free ranging right now. They will be this afternoon. But we cleaned out the coop last Saturday, and that was because our rooster appeared to have what we thought was scaly mite in his legs, and he won't stay still, so I'll have to add a picture for you. But so what we ended up doing was dipping him in permethrin, and then we disinfected the coop, we power washed it, and we sprayed the coop with permethrin as well. And we used permethrin because we did not want it spreading to anybody else if that's what he had indeed. So thankfully the coop is all clean and ready for winter. So that turned out good, and nobody else is showing signs of it, and we dipped everybody on their way out the door that day. So hopefully that is resolved. In other news, we have been without water. This is the 6th day or 7th, because today's Thursday, and we noticed last Thursday night that we did not have water pressure, and by Friday morning we had no water. It was dark Thursday night when we realized it. No point in going out. And we were right. No point in going out. So we have been without running water since last Friday. And so the well is dry. The well is dry, and we're not surprised. It's not because it's a shared well, and it's not because we abused it. It's because it's dry. We are in a moderate drought again, and have not had rain. You're going to see the impact of that throughout this video. However, last night, or I should say 4 a.m. this morning, we had about a half an inch of rain that came in with a storm, and wow, what a storm it was. But thankfully, no big deal, just a half an inch of rain, and we sure could use a heck of a lot more. But I'll talk more about the well later. Let me show you what else is going on. In good news this week, we have Piggly and Wiggly, Eleanor's piglets, were weaned this week, and there they are. So they are in a makeshift wean pen. We decided not to set up anything formal because we only have 2 to wean this year, and they're doing really good. They're eating, they're drinking, they're not escaping, knock on wood, and they are due to be picked up on Sunday for their new homes. And we're going to miss them because these 2 are quite the characters, I tell you. But they fared well in the storm because we've got a big truck tarp that's several layers over that crate, and it kept them nice and dry and warm compared to last year when we had flooding that was going right into the wean pen. There's Fiona. She's been hanging out by herself, and she shares a fence with Waylon. So that's been working out great. In case you missed it, Hank did leave the farm. We did sell him because we had the opportunity to do so. So Waylon is also by himself, but we'll be moving everybody back shortly because of the drought. We have been feeding hay since the beginning of July because grazing has not been an option because most things are dead at this point. There's Big Mama Eleanor. She's been a champ. She handled weaning really well. A lot calmer than usual. She did great. Oh, it's a big tired girl. She's just the best mama ever. Let me show you the greenhouses. This is our original greenhouse. Tons of green tomatoes. Taking forever to turn. And I've been picking them as they blush because I have a critter that keeps coming in here and eating them all. And so today it's a little cooler, so I have it closed up, but I'm gonna vent it, but I'm gonna leave the door closed. So we've got some turning back there. I'll come out and get later. I've been picking them at first blush and weighing them then, which I know I'm not getting my true weight because they gain more weight as they get juicy, but the soil is doing amazing because we got mushrooms. So they won't set any more fruit at this point because it's too late in the season, but we'll see how it goes. Again, more tomatoes in all the greenhouses. They're doing well. They're just so slow. Ironically, the Brandywine tomatoes did the best so far this year compared to the Purple Cherokee and the Roma, but the basil's doing good. And we're hanging in. So the best part about having piglets next to your greenhouses is they sound like little gremlins. This one is gonna look just like Grant. And this was the little one, and they're almost the same size now. They're doing so well. But we've managed to contain them, like I said, with a double electric fence, and we blocked this escape route with the one pool, and it's been working out great. The good news is we had cool weather, and next week we're gonna have warmer weather, which is good because we're gonna need this pool for Fiona and Eleanor. And they fight over water and feed and everything else. And they got to put their 2 feet in the bowl. But yeah, we sure will miss these guys. They've been fun and a lot of entertainment. In other amazing news, I grew a cabbage. 2 pounds, 2.6 ounces, one of the early Waltham varieties, I think is what it's called. I'll put the name on the screen. So since we've been without water and we didn't know how long it would be, we ordered a solar shower, and there's our privacy spot so we can not get charged with, indecent exposure, but at the same time, keep our hygiene up, which is really important to us. So that's been cool. The funniest thing is I was not prepared for our rooster walking by while I was showering. But it's got a great view of more cabbage. These are cabbage starts that I bought, and they're doing well. So I'm really excited about the progress of the cabbage, and I think we're going to get a good harvest. It may not be large, but I think we're going to get multiple heads if all goes well. So that's the shower, and we've got it filled so it heats up, which beats showering at the back of the truck, that's for sure. So the well driller is about 5 weeks out. And I thought, oh my gosh, 5 weeks, Lord have mercy. But thankfully, because we're out of water, we are being prioritized, and we will be next job on the list once they finish the job they're on. So we're hoping to have water in the next week or two, which won't be too bad, still shorter than waiting, so that'll be good. But in the meanwhile, we haul water for the animals anyway and for the gardens, and we're using the hauled water to, flush toilets and all that stuff, and then we buy some bottled water for us to drink. We're also using the hauled water to boil and, do dishes as we can, but you do what you gotta do, right? And despite all this, we are still blanching and freezing vegetables all we can. We just can't can right now because we can, but it's just, we haven't bought any cases of produce yet because we really need a lot of water for that, and that needs to be potable water, not some stuff that we're hauling in tanks with algae. So, but we are using bottled water, and we're still continuing our challenge. So let me take you down to the back part of the property and show you the drought and what it's done for back there. the dust in the background when they come out. There's Grant and Norman, and there's Waylon doing good. And we still have our 6 American breasts. They are over 16 weeks old, but unfortunately without water, we're waiting to butcher them because we want to make sure everything is sanitary when we butcher them. But you can see nothing is growing. Norman and Grant have been on this section for July because no point in moving them, because if we can save any part of grass for them to graze on in the fall, we are trying to. So again, feeding hay, but you can see there's no grass. So this was an area they grazed on earlier, and so we're trying to let what we can grow up when it can. Hi, Waylon. Arf, arf, arf. Hi, buddy. These are the worst that our pastures have looked in the time that we're living here. They've never been this dead. I was watering with extra water in the tank to try and save them, and I lost the battle. So I had to give up. So at this point, we're just trying to recoup what we can. Because of that rain last night, maybe we'll get something to grow. But like this here, since the beginning of July, that's the growth. Nothing. It already looks a million times better because it's at least starting to grow now compared to what it was before. So you can see the size of the breasts. They're a pretty decent sized bird, not overly large. But I'll be interested to see how they taste. Waylon, I know you're there. You don't need to eat the gate. And then Norman. You're just a good boy. You're a good boy, Grant. Hi, Norman. You're not getting up to see me? But it's actually nice back here because it's cooler down here than it is up at the top. So that's really good. Just say a prayer that we hit a really good aquifer. The well driller is confident we will. He's not concerned. He's going to go deeper compared to the well that was here from 1970. We both haul water, so this is not the result of a shared well. It's just the result of a drought. Because there's only 3 human beings, even though there's 2 houses, using the well. It's not like there's 2 families of 8. So we've been doing the laundromat and all that stuff. The reality of it is I think this is going to be a blessing for us and actually going to be a good thing. Will it be costly? Yep. But we prepare for things. So that's the reality, is we're prepared as best we can be. And we're glad that we're prepared to be able to put in the new well. And of course it'll be shared again because we both have an obligation to make sure we have water. If we chose to, we could drill this well and then drill another one, which would be ours. That's down the road, not now. So we will deal with it, and we are getting through. We're doing a little house on the prairie stuff, but I'll tell you right now, Ma Ingalls was a stronger woman than I am because I've had enough of it. Overall, things are doing great. I mean, the well is out of our control. We can only control, getting somebody here to handle it. But other than that, it's out of our control. There's nothing we can do. It could always be a million times worse. Thankfully, this is summer, so we can shower outside. Otherwise, we'd be using that solo shower inside. But you just have to make do, and you have to roll with the punches because that's what life does. It throws things at you. And so you just got to pick up and carry on. And, every day the animals got to get fed. Every day I get filthy from doing that. And the reality of it is we need to shower, right? We also need to eat. We all, all the things you got to do. So you roll with the punches and you keep on going. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and take care.